Hi, my name is Tim, and this is my EDH commander, Azusa, Lost But Seeking, or Rofellos 2.0. Alright, so again, my general is Azusa, Lost But Seeking. Followed by, are you ready for this? 39 basic forests. So, I'm not going to show you all of them. There's a lot. Okay, we get to finally one of my 3 non-basic lands, Reliquary Tower, which I think is quickly becoming a staple in EDH. Followed by Gaea's Cradle. If you're playing green, you're pretty much playing Gaea's Cradle. And then Strip Mine. I find that I need to, usually you have to use Strip Mine against myself because of Reliquary Tower, because I draw so many cards, and I'm going through my deck, so it's surprising to a lot of my opponents that I actually use it against myself. Rofellos. He was my general before I started using Azusa, so it was pretty natural just to start switching up the deck and upgrading it to a different general. He's also the start of my ramp, which I have a lot of in this deck. Garruk, again, the Planeswalker that you're going to see always in green, or any sort of green-based green deck. Cultivate, ramp up. Seek the Horizon, ramp up. Also, it's cool because it's got Azusa in it. Skyshroud Claim, ramp up. Gaea's Bounty, ramp. Sometimes this is detrimental against me if I'm playing against another green player, but again, ramp, gotta use it. Ramps. Primeval Titan, ramps. It's all ramped pretty much, because I want to get as much land out as I can. This card is kind of awesome because it's not exploration, only because I'm too cheap to go out and get exploration, but it allows me to play my general on turn 2 sometimes. Lotus Cobra, again ramp. Kind of redundant, but ramp. Okay, so this is where I when I started building the deck, I really wanted to make a way to kill my opponents in a different way. And the way that I wanted to do it, the way I'd like to try to do it, is by killing them with my lands. So again, that's why all the ramp is there, so I can get a huge amount of forest out in play, and then discarding a couple cards to make them into 3/3 creatures and swing away. This card is really great. With the entwine cost, I can turn all my lands into creatures and swing. Plus, I can overtap for it to make all my lands creatures and get extra mana for it. So it's kind of a dual purpose. I can use it to swing with my creatures, or I can get a bunch more ramp out of it. Pretty much a classic from Fallen Empires, if there are any classics out of Fallen Empires, but this is a good one. Plus, it allows me to sack some of my other creatures. You'll see later I have Kozilek in the deck, and I like to use this to sacrifice Kozilek to reset up my library. Avenger of Zendikar throws out a bunch of 0/1 creatures, plus because I'm ramping up so much, I can usually get these guys up pretty big. Rampaging Baloths, of course, goes with the landfall abilities. Halve Night Pack, of course, again, because I've got so many lands out. Again, if you're not playing Overrun, then you're probably not utilizing the green color, right? Seedborn Muse allows me to, of course, untap all my lands and use some other spells that I may have that I will show later. Life from the Loam serves 2 purposes. One, for any Armageddon effects, so I can get back into the game. And 2, if I am not drawing enough land, it gets me back into the game. Vigor, again, helps with all my 0/1 guys that I created with Avenger of Zendikar, plus helps me out with Halve Night Pack. Chroma's Memorial, again, because I've got so many big fatties now coming out. It's, you know, protection from red, protection from black, first strike, vigilance, and trample. Not horrible. Genesis Wave, again, because I've got so much mana out, I can start dropping a whole bunch of stuff. Chameleon Colossus, just a great green utility creature. Great against black decks, plus the fact that a lot of times people won't block him and I can just go ahead and ramp up his power. Timber Protector, so that I can protect my forest when I do turn them into creatures. Also, it gives some of my other tree folks, even including Chameleon Colossus, the +1/+1 advantage. Genesis, for people who are playing a lot of board wiping, it allows me to recurse some of my guys out of my graveyard. Again, because I'm going through so many cards in my library, I like to use Loaming Shaman to reshuffle my library. It's just a great card that I found that I use. Dauntless Dourbark, again, because I've got all the forest out, it's going to pump him up really, really fast. Here we are to Kozilek, Butcher of Truth. I think he's just fantastic in this deck. Not only does it allow me to draw the 4 cards, not only does he have Annihilator, which is probably the sickest thing in Magic right now, if you can get him out, if you can pay the cost for it, but if I need to shuffle up my library, which again, like I've said, I really need to because I go through so many cards in my library, it allows me to get there. So now on to some of the removal. Stomphowler is a great enchantment artifact removal card. Krosan Grip, pretty much a staple if you're playing green. Tornado is a card that I was looking for cards to fill up this deck, and I had it in my collection. I didn't even know what it did, I don't even think, because I probably forgot about it, but it's got to be one of the best green kill cards I've ever seen. You should definitely check it out if you haven't yet. Woodfall Primus, again, can kill pretty much almost anything, except for creatures, I guess. And the Persist, of course, makes it great because it allows me to do it twice. Desert Twister, an all-time kill tournament card. Nullmage Shepherd, because since I can get so many creatures out, it's a great utility card to get rid of artifacts and enchantments. Tower of Fortunes, just a great card to draw cards, especially with Seedborn Muse, because I can, if I'm playing in a big game, I can really load up my hand. Soul's Mastery, another great card. I can use it on any creature. I like to use it on the bigger creatures, but any creature will do, just to get me some cards in my hand. Primal Command, any of the commands are awesome, but green in this particular one, again, since it allows me to shuffle up my library, I can do that, gain 7 life, or just get the draw. Those are pretty much the 3 that I like to use, or get the creature. Chord of Calling, get any creature. Sylvan Library allows me to, of course, set up my draws. Summoner's Pact can be dangerous, but I haven't found it yet to be dangerous, but allows me to go get any green creature. Slate of Ancestry, great draw card, overall draw card. Tooth and Nail, probably the most broken green card ever. This allows me to go get any 2 creatures, and including ones that I have in my hand already that I can just put into play. Regal Force, great draw card. Sensei's Divine Top, of course, allows me to set up my draws. Harmonize, another great draw card. Collective Unconscious, another fantastic draw card. Restock, at some point I'm going to just want to get specific spells back from my library, of course, so Restock and Regrowth, which hopefully is not behind it, but it should have been. Another way for me to shuffle up my library, because, like I said, I've found that you really need to reshuffle the library a lot with this deck. Eternal Witness, it's another regrow, which is, of course, followed by regrow, and then that's pretty much it. This is just a fantastic deck. I love playing it. So, thanks for watching CMDR decks. Please subscribe and favorite.